I'm Dean Huppert, and this is the Mishawaka Coaches Show with Keith Kinder, sponsored by the Indiana Army National Guard. And it doesn't get much bigger than Penn, Mishawaka on a Friday night.
Yeah, we're really excited about the opportunity to play a really good team, a team that's gotten better over the course of the last 3 weeks. We're going to have our work cut out for them. They're really good on offense. That new quarterback they got, really good runner, number 8, and then a really good back, number 30 in the backfield with him. So our defense got its work cut out for them.
And when I talk to the players, they've obviously gotten the message. Penn played some good teams early on. The record doesn't indicate how good this team is.
No, I mean, they played 2 nationally known programs in Homewood Flosmoor and St. Xavier. And then they got beat by New Prairie, who's a team that beat us in a close game. And then Valpo, who's 8-0 and ranked in the top 2 or 3 in 5A. So they've lost some really good teams early. And then had a tough one to New Prairie that could have gone either way.
And you've got to be proud of your team. They've overcome some adversity Friday night. Boy, the weather couldn't have been any worse, but they just keep plowing through and trying their best.
It's a great group of kids. They're fun to coach. They love playing football for Mishawaka. They work really hard. And like you said, I like where we're at. We're probably 5-6 plays away from being 8-0. So it's been a good year for these kids. I'd like to see them finish their senior year off well.
We talk about ties and how Mishawaka and Penn are so close together just across the river, but you've got some ties as well. You grew up in some of the system, and some people may not know that you know a lot of people in the Penn area as well.
My dad and I, when Jimtown would play in those long away games like Triton or LaVille or Knox, he'd always take me over to Penn to watch Penn play. I think he just wanted me to be around a good football program, so I grew up watching those guys coach. Look up to those guys a whole lot and respect the heck out of their program. And for as many years as they've been, the class of the North and 6A, 5A before that. So we want to be like them in a lot of ways. Each year, competitive in the conference and then in the sectional.
And on a Friday night, the weather's supposed to be great, 62 degrees, Mishawaka, Penn. We could have 8,000 people out here. Does that get you a little bit more excited? Does it get the kids' attention when they talk about the WNDU pep rally? I know there's a lot of distractions at the end of the game. It's a football game, but it's a fun game when all those things happen. Yeah,
I think the atmosphere is going to be really neat. I anticipate there being a lot of people here. The atmosphere is going to be great. The kids, once the ball's kicked off, we're going to forget about all that stuff and just play the football game.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of research this week. We go back to 1965, a lot of great classic games. We hope for another one on Friday night. And thinking about WSBT Radio, the Mishawaka Network, but we want people here at Steele Stadium.
Yeah, absolutely. The more the merrier. I think it should be a special event, a really nice environment. Hopefully it's a competitive football game.
And finally, just senior night. When those things happen, when kids are coming here and their parents are coming, does it make it just a little bit more special and maybe some of the emotions that they play for their seniors?
Yeah, I hope that the seniors and our parents and the fans just recognize the amount of energy and effort it takes to play football at the high school level and be successful at it. The amount of time they spend in the weight room and the summer workouts, all that stuff. And what I told our seniors before they left tonight was their parents deserve a huge thank you for all the work that they've done, carting them around for 18 years to games and practices and, travel baseball, whatever the case may be. So I think senior night is as much for the parents, probably more for the parents than it is for the player, just to kind of celebrate the fact that, hey, you've done your part.
All right, that's Keith Kinder with the Indiana Army National Guard Coaches Show. We appreciate you watching and listening, and come out Friday night.
Go Cavemen.